I I'm super tired and I feel like I have to talk before I forget things. And there's so much on my mind the last 2 days, so much I'm figuring out, so much that's happened to validate and support and whatever. And I just took my shirt off because I'm burning. It was really hot today. Um, I just got back from hanging out with my new friend. So today is Friday, August 2nd, I think. Tonight is. And I had a couple options of things to do. Um, one was have dinner with family. One was go to the same place that these spiritual meetings, this last two things that I did with people. People, there's a gala at the art gallery that the host owns. It's called a gala, but like, you know, 12 people, but 14 people maybe. And then he tells you his story and why he's spiritual, and then I guess why you buy his art, and then someone comes and sings. And I was talking to my friend about it, who's been coming to these meetings with me, and we were both like, "Yeah, if you want to go, I'll go." Like like we have the same opinion, we have the same read on what's going on, and what you learn a lot from what people say, and you learn a lot from what they don't say. Um, and we're on the same wavelength. So it's like, you seen this? I'm seeing this. Did you see that? Did you see that? We're making each other laugh about the spiritual stuff. So, or the spiritual meetings we've been going to. And we were thinking, like, yeah, we should go. Like, maybe we can find someone else to join our church. Someone else. We just need one good person. Then, you know, then there's three. Then there's more people pulling in the same direction, building a better world, whatever. And I texted with this girl, the girl that is having like a meltdown over a prenup with her ex. Prenup. Um, and yesterday I was like, "Are you okay? Like, do you want to talk?" And she basically said she slept the whole day. I was like, "Okay, that's not good. She's not doing good." So she asked to hang out today, and I could have hung out with my friends as well. So it was like, of all these options, what should I do? And then I was thinking, like, okay, I'm supposed to do what God tells me to do. And if this there's a person suffering that I know that, maybe talking to someone who's been through it, I can help. Or I can do self gratification, hang out with my friends. I can appease my family by hanging out with them, and um, I can go to this gala, revisit the same dead end, you know, circle jerk that is. And I was like, I was debating what I should do, and then I looked at traffic and it wasn't that bad. I was like, all right, I'll come up. So initially, we talked about, she's just like, she's um, going through a lot. I guess it's been on and off for a long time. And it seems to me like there's a very clear energy vampire type thing going on where, like he said, come back from Greece early. We need to be here by this day, otherwise, we're done forever. We need to get this prenup signed while they're breaking up. So, while they're broken up, come home early, let's fix this. And then I guess he gave her a prenup that doesn't include any of the things that they talked about. Like, this guy's trying to protect himself, and she's feeling like, okay, what happens if, because it's been on and off. What happens if we get married, I have your kids, and then we divorce, and then you're not going to support me? Like, how am I supposed to pick up my life after I abandon my life to, make a family with you? I guess he was married before for 6 weeks, red flag, and he was engaged after that, red flag. And he has a business where he can't hold employees, red flag. And obviously, how you do anything is how you do everything. So, like, you know, there's a very clear that it's very clear that this guy ain't it. Like, he doesn't want to get married. And I guess every time they break up, he adds a bunch of girls on Instagram, and then he knows that she looks, so he's probably doing it to piss her off. And the guy's 46, she's 33, and like, how lucky are the women that date me and don't appreciate me? No social media. You don't have to fight anybody. Like, you can have my phone, my password. Like, you pick up the phone. I don't want to talk to anybody. From now on, it's you. You have two phones. Like, I don't even need my money. Go ahead. I bought it for you. That's why I worked, to make you happy. Love you, you fucking cunt. So I'm listening to this stuff, and I'm like, okay. Like, how can I guide her without telling her what the answer is? And I feel like a lot of people are going through something similar right now. So this is what, like, they say, the August 8th is the Lionsgate portal, which is 888. And now all of a sudden, I'm seeing a lot of eights and 888s. Interestingly, um, so we had a heart to heart. Like, eventually she starts opening up. Um, I told her a little, like, to make her comfortable. I talked about myself and things that I've been through and stuff like this. Like, at a certain point, she cried. It was like a real conversation. It was like a real heart to heart. And I was like, I brought you something. It's like, I told her that she has her answers locked in her subconscious, and that she should do mushrooms with someone she trusts. And when I was like, don't leave without it. So, like, we kept talking, and we talked for a long time. I mean, I'm exhausted, and I felt like I confided in her some of the spiritual things I've experienced, um, some of the things that I've learned through relationships, and it was like someone was actually listening to me. Someone was actually interested in my journey. Someone was actually interested in my growth. And then I can see how she's trying to, like, apply it to her life, and it was like, oh, this is just easy. This is how it's supposed to be. It's so weird how much time and energy and effort I put into, like, talking to a wall. It's like someone who didn't want my help, didn't want to hear anything that I'm going through, didn't want to, you know, hold space for me. So when it's time to leave, I give her. I was like, here you go. Here's your mushrooms. And she's like, keep it. I want to do it with you. Like, I was like, no, you, like, okay, you hold on to it, and then if you decide to do it with me, like, I'm not gonna do it. But I said, like, you need to be with someone you feel safe with, so you can open up and talk, and just know that you're okay to go in, that you're safe outside, and that you can go inside. And she was like, I want to do it with you. And I was like, all right, well, like, how much trust this complete stranger yesterday? They didn't know me at all. And in 4 hours gave me more love and respect than in like 6 months of my last relationship I got. And like, maybe it's because there's no expectation of romance, but the last thing didn't start like the first walk we went on. I was like, I wasn't looking to date, and she said, yeah, me neither. Like, it somehow, I got closer to this person in a 4 hour, 5 hour conversation than I did the entire time waiting for, like, this flower to like open up. What a waste of fucking time, honestly. Like I can't believe how it's like how come I believe in you and you don't? How I can't wait here forever, lady. So here I am. I'm like immediately someone just like these are my problems. What can I learn from you? Like what can I read? What can I show me the videos? Like just wants to change her life. She's just maybe she's older, so she's just in a place to change. Everybody changes when they're ready, I suppose, if they're ready. But it was like, oh, there's just no resistance. Like this is. I described the book, The Alchemist, and how each time we're set back, it's actually to spring us forward, and we don't see it because we're so focused on our pain and feelings at the time. I was like, but this is necessary. As I took her through the whole, she's like sitting there, like listening to everything, and then I related it to like what she's going through, and then, um, I felt I was like the alchemist appeared, when the guy was ready, and like when she wanted to go on a date, we had planned a date, and then that day I got super busy at work. I texted her. I was like, the way it's looking, like I don't want to stand you up, but it's not looking like I'll make it, and I don't want to make you whatever. And then she's like, that's fine. And I think she was upset, but later when we talked, I was like, I apologize. It's unlike me to not be to flake, but also like everything happens for a reason. She was texting me that she's like, everything happens for a reason. It was meant to be. It's okay. And then the next time we talked, it was like, I don't. I know that you're not in a place to date anybody, and I'm not looking to date anybody. But if you want to talk as friends, like if you're going through something, obviously, maybe there's a different reason we cross paths. If everything happens for a reason, then as I was describing the alchemist and how, like it was like there's probably a reason that like you're ready to hear this stuff. You're ready for change, and you need encouragement. It's like what I was when I played a video game and I didn't know how to beat a level, but if I saw someone do it, all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's doable. I can do this. Then it became a thing that I could do. And then I had to learn how to do it on my own without seeing it visualized beforehand, which I also need to talk about manifestation. So much has been happening. I could do a whole other video on manifestation. Maybe this is about manifestation. So I told her like no tree can reach heaven whose roots don't go down to hell, because she said she had a perfect relationship where the guy spoiled her. She wasn't really into the guy, and then she gets in this relationship and it's hell. And I was like, you didn't appreciate heaven because you didn't know what hell is. Now you know what hell is. That's why you're going through it. And if you pass this test, then you'll get someone that checks all the boxes. I was like, but you have to be specific about what you want so you can manifest it. Because when you're unconscious, you're unconsciously manifesting a lesson or your fears. So as we talked to, like, there was like an abandonment thing, and then so she picks like an established guy who's older, but he triggers he triggers her abandonment. And he's triggered by God knows what. I don't know the guy, but he's Jewish. Not that it means anything, but he's like, it's very weird to be like, I love you, sign this contract. Sign this contract that protects me only to show that you love me. Cut yourself so I know. It's a weird thing to do. The girl's Jewish too, by the way. And both Persian, I think. For sure, both Persian. I don't know, maybe. Yes, for sure. So it's interesting. Like I just met someone who's going through something very similar to what other people I know are going through, or similar to what I've been through, and it's like, oh, this is like a common level you have to pass, and these are the shortcuts. Establish a boundary and give yourself time, and the like biohack cold showers and clean your like clean your diet up so you give your body a chance to have good hormones. You can't fight hormones, you know? So, losing battle. I knew someone he would call me when he's like, I had a gun in my mouth. I knew that you could help me. You know, like, dude, stop the steroids. Like, you cannot overcome that. You cannot. Like, you're injecting yourself. Like, what does it matter if what you look on the outside, if the inside you're dying? And he took my advice, and he's doing very well now. He's doing he's doing just fine. Um, he even looks better. Um, okay, so do I start with manifestation? The other the other day, I was driving to work yesterday. Not the other day, yesterday. This might have been the busiest week I've ever had. I made like the entire month of January. I made in 1 week this week, and I didn't do anything. All I did was free my energy. All I did was not think negatively. My energy was stuck, and now very clearly it's open. And it's like I said on one of these, I want to double my income, and it's like things are just working. Things are just going like weird. It's like when life gives you resistance, fucking listen. Like I want to get married and get a house and have kids, and maybe not that same order, but when I was like trying to make something work that wasn't working, um, all my energy was going to that. It was being wasted because it's like someone slapping my hand away every time I reached out to help pick them up. It's like, okay, fine. It's like me reaching out to help. They're thinking I'm trying to stab them. It's like there's no knife in my hand. Like, look, you said this. You're trying to hurt me. It's like like. Why would you think that? Why would you think my words are trying to hurt you? I this girl I just met had such a high opinion of me, and thinks I'm a genuine person, all this stuff, and yet the person that I loved had the lowest opinion. It's like, you think you're better than everybody, you're this, you're that, and it like I know I'm just holding a mirror so she can talk to herself, but it's still like, dude, fuck you. It's like of all the people in the world, the amount of work I do and self reflection and all this stuff is like for you to say to have such a low opinion of me and so vocal about it and so sure and equalize me and all this stuff. It was like just fuck you. It was killing me. Look how look how easy things are. Now I walk into this like rooftop place with this girl, and like women are smiling at me. Like I like my energy's back. Just people are I feel more open. My energy's free. Like I'm available to help other people who want my help, who need to hear the things that I have to say, that I've learned, that are interested in improving themselves. It's like this that self improvement thing. It really is the number one thing. I don't need someone to match who I was or what traumatized me. I need someone to match where I'm going. There's something in manifestation where they say that when two people get together and they have the same energy, they're pulling in the same direction, it doesn't just double, it like goes 10x. It's like when you're on a trampoline and someone jumps at the same time, like it magnifies the energy. Now, if you're with someone who's stuck or pulling in the other direction, even so many of my relationships, even business partnerships, were like that. It's like I don't even mind carrying you if you're dead weight, but if you're working against me, I'm not doing this. Um, like sabotaging every attempt I make, and I know what I'm supposed to do. I know how to make money. I know how to make my life less stressful. I know how to, you know what I mean? I've got one foot in the spiritual world, one foot in the real world, real. And I'm fucking, you know what I mean? Like I was thinking about my ex's best friend. And when she would play a voice note, I didn't know who was talking, her or her friend. They had the same tone and cadence, and then like they liked the same brands. And then I was like, oh, she wants a boyfriend like she has. She wants the exact same life. She wants to appease friend. She wants to appease mom. She wants to appease sister. Like she doesn't know what she actually wants. She wants approval from all these people, and probably wanted approval from me. But like you can't please all these people. You have to figure out what makes me happy. And happy is the fucking key word. Not rich, not money. Fucking happy. So I met the her best friend's, I don't know if they're fiance or just boyfriend or girlfriend, and he's outwardly successful and educated and stuff like this. And like from the moment I was in his energy field, his energy sucked dick. Not like it was just, it was almost like he was a zombie. It's like, who did you do all this shit for if you can't enjoy your life? Like the suicide rate in that profession is extremely high. And meeting this guy, I was like I feel it. And then, oh, he's no, he's so good, he's successful, and he's this. It's like it's killing him. This man is dying. So he even like the things that I was feeling from him by the end of the night, he was like, "Oh, I don't like mushrooms because I start to think about why am I doing this, why am I doing that. I like alcohol because it numbs me and I don't have to think about the things I have to do." I'm like, "You're so close, dude. You're so close to figuring it out." And I bet you if I had a heart to heart with him, he'd under. I think he's an intelligent guy. I think he'd understand like, oh, maybe I should sell the practice and reduce my stress and like enjoy my job again. Even like he was talking about doing dental work to someone, and he's like, I could do this, I could do that. Come see me. It was like it's like like when I have to talk about my work, I've been him. When my work became work, I didn't want to do it. When it was about money, I can make more money if I do this, if I do that. I fucking didn't enjoy my life and I didn't enjoy my job. And that was a scary place to be in. And then this poor fuck, like trying to appease his parents, trying to appease his girlfriend, trying to like do what like. I did it the same thing. Did what I'm supposed to do. Did what I was told would make me happy. And then when I achieved all the things, I was like, this didn't work. I have to stop listening to you. Shut up, mom. Shut up, siblings. Shut up, fucking significant other. So you don't fucking know. You know who knows how to make me happy is me. I want to choose my own hours. I want to choose my clients. And then I went from hating my job, hating my life's purpose was cars. I stopped liking cars. Like that was a huge thing to take away from me. And then I thankfully caught it. I caught it in time before I fell into the trap. I was like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. How do I enjoy it? It's more challenging than ever. Every week I have something that I've never experienced before, and I have to figure out. There's nobody to ask. I'm the one figuring it out. It's still rewarding. It pays well. Like it's not. It gives me enough time to do my self development, to go to the gym, to eat well, to whatever I want to do. Like that, the stress that's not on me is now stress I'm not gonna put on a partner or my kids. This guy, like, you have when you're drinking, you have shallow conversations with people at the bar or with other people. It's like you want to have like 10,000 how's the weather conversations. Even with my ex, it was like, what did you eat today? It was like, girl, there's so much you're not talking about. What's really happening in your life? Well, who are you? Do you know? And then this random person is just like, these are my problems. This is what's going on with me. How can you help? What do you know that I don't know? And it's like I feel so much more like I'm learning It's like, oh, I'm, and the whole way up there, I saw signs like 777 222 555. So I just felt like validated. I'm like constantly seeing things, and the thing is, I think in my last relationship, I was being bombarded so much with someone else's emotions that I couldn't really analyze or see what's happening. I needed time apart to think clearly and to see I mean, even what I was doing because it felt so hostile. It felt that the energy was very hostile. And when someone's hostile towards you, you go straight into your default self-defense. And I'm capable of hurting someone, not just physically, but like the things that I say. And then if I'm hurt, I'm going to hurt back. It's That's a hard thing to train out of yourself. And then I'm watching myself become the bad guy she believes I am and is turning me into because she's manifesting her fears, holding up a mirror, and then I'm becoming like low vibration is contagious. I feel her heaviness and then I become heavy. And then my life suffers. And then I can't find a spouse and kids and the shit that I need to do. I was like sacrificing all this to be like, it's you. I know you have it in you. Please just give me the minimum. Just try a little bit. Not only not try, but like a fuck you, like a hard fuck you. Okay. I gave all the energy I have to give. I give up. Good luck. And I like when we reconnected, I was feeling like something's off, something's drawing me back, something's unsaid or something's undone. And she's showing me all these pictures and videos of like my life is perfect now. I found myself again. I'm back to who I was. And like initially hearing that, I'm like I'm the problem. Like ouch. It's like I was taking your energy somehow. Where was it going? Like my life was suffering. And then I looked at the pictures and videos and I was like, you think I can't see it in your eyes? You're fucking lying to me. You're dead inside still. You're pretending. You're like a zombie doing monotonous things and pretending that there's some value in it. And I think, and you lost like the only real person in your life. The only person who's trying to help you grow and be a positive influence. Is like I was being encouraged to regress and I was encouraging to grow. And I'm a dickhead. How dare me? I'm a dickhead and I triggered this and that. I was like, I'm not I'm not telling you you're a bad person. I've Even on these I've only sung her praises. But you fucking are refusing to grow. And you're the one who suffers. I can save myself. Look, everything's fine. I didn't crumple and die. It's like I can't sacrifice my future to try and help someone else who doesn't want my help. So like I let go and then I'm sure no matter how many things she does in her daily life and how many people she meets and whatever, it's going to like there's no way. You ain't replacing I'm I'm not easily replaced. Good luck. It's like this was a real thing, and then because you're afraid and you're scared, you sabotage it, and then you blame me, and then you run away, and then it's like, how many times does that happen before I can't allow it anymore? How many times do you make me look stupid in front of my friends and family, and make me feel stupid for trusting you? Break up with me, fucking constantly, abandon me on my birthday, do like just really inconsiderate shit out of pain. It's like how many times can I excuse your behavior? It's killing me. You're taking a piece of my soul, lady. Like it didn't have to be like this. Like why don't you understand? It's like all I wanted from you was love. All I'm receiving from you is hate. Like, I know what's going on inside and all this shit, and it's just like, this random girl's like, trust you with my life. I'll be super vulnerable in front of you. And I was like, I don't think you should do it in front of me. I don't think you should do mushrooms with me. Like, you're gonna fall in love with me. You're gonna have release serotonin, and you're gonna like want to be. It's like you're on Molly. You're gonna want to be held and hold hands or something. And it's like I don't want to do that. I'll feel cagey. And she's like, what if I bring a friend? I was like, oh, okay, then that's fine. That'll like I'll oversee it, make sure everything's safe, and then you can hang out with your friend. That's fine. That makes sense. But this random person is like, yeah, open, like received even the things that have traumatized me and the spiritual things that like I can't really tell people. She listened and she's like, that's very scary. And she was like impressed with how I live my life. I was like, I have one foot in this fucking mystical world that nobody else understands, and I have one foot here, and I'm fucking doing fine with both. That's a very hard thing to do. Anyways, I had all these things come up. Now, manifestation. So, I've been manifesting a fuck ton of money this week. I'm working on manifesting a soulmate, right? So, um, I've been seeing this YouTube video keeps, or YouTube page keeps being suggested to me. I don't know how that's happening, but it's a tarot card lady, and it's really specific, and it sounds like way too on the point with what I'm going through. Um, I was driving to work. This is an example. I was driving to work, and like as I'm like a left yield, so it's like an unprotected left, and I'm waiting. She's like, I'm seeing this number 2244. And as she's explaining what the number is, I'm like, where the fuck are you gonna? I can't remember four things. I can remember three things. 2244. I'm not gonna remember that. When will you ever see that? And then I make this turn, and there's this big rig in front of me, who just pulled out, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I just have to go there, dude. I just need to scooch in, please. Just fuck off. And I'm stuck. And then I'm like, I look at their license plate. I don't see any repeating numbers. Nothing sticks out. And then right next to it, there's a sticker, and I'm like, 2244 8. And then I rewind the thing. I'm like, what the fuck did you say, young lady? What happens that with this number? And she said something about you're manifesting, or you're about to have a reunion with your twin flame, or meet your twin flame. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. I've been feeling like I've been in the middle of a spiritual death. So it's all the 777s and 333s. I'm like, maybe I'm passing. And then I'm obviously just making myself available. Like I didn't meet this girl and think like this is my wife. I didn't go in with that intention. I didn't come out with that feeling. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I don't know. I'm just being available for God to show me the direction. I don't have any expectations at this point. But I'm not gonna resist the flow. Point me, I'll go. I'll stop looking backwards. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. And this girl, like, she's just had two boyfriends in her life that she said. She could be lying. And yeah, it's like a good moral person, is like spiritually open, takes spiritual classes, is like, I don't know. I suppose closer to the direction that I'm going than what I was doing. Like, even though I wanted the last one to be it, was not it. Um, it's frustrating to see someone's potential and see them waste it. is actually it makes me angry. Uh, but consciousness is it's a tricky thing. Like we're basically brainwashed from an early age to think and act and feel a certain way. And I kind of like ass backwards stumbled upon like consciousness and being awake and manifesting a life that I want. Realize that I've been doing it unconsciously. I've been unconsciously manifesting my fears, like left and right, and then to confront them and to overcome them. So, on manifestation, I went to see a movie with my friends today, earlier in the day, and then when we got out, I was telling the guys, I was like, I did a manifestation technique the other night. I counted in my mind's eye, like $100 bill, counted a thousand, so 10 hundreds, and then did it 5 times. And then imagine putting it in my pocket. It's a Neville Goddard manifestation technique. And then went to sleep. I did it before bed. Then when I wake up, I knew I had a job in the afternoon, and other than that, wasn't supposed to be busy. And I get a call from my on my business line, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I have this Ferrari, and I want to do this and whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, it'll be $5,000." He's like, "Cool, can I come in today?" And it didn't occur to me that I did the manifestation the night before. And I was like, I told my friends that I was like, holy shit, it actually worked. Um, I was describing the manifestation technique to someone, and then in the middle of talking about it, I was like, I just did this today. I forgot that I did it. I was like, okay, so this is what happened. And then I told like a group of these guys today. And they're like, okay, say it again. How do I do it? I'm gonna try it tonight. And then one of them is like, we had a conversation like this when we went to dinner a couple months ago, and he told me, and I was like, I remember him saying like, it's true. I believe that it's true, but he wasn't doing it. And then he's showing me a note that he made in his phone. I'm gonna be a better father. I'm gonna be a better husband. I'm gonna quit this. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna heal my body. So he was. I remember he was suffering. Uh, like he had a hernia and he hurt his back, like closing his trunk. I was like, it's an energy thing. I didn't even remember that I had the conversation, but I explained to him the things that I know, and then he implemented it. And he said he went and got an MRI, and he's like, my hernia is 100% gone, and they said it doesn't heal. And he's like, it's because of you. Like he kept saying it. I was like, I didn't do it. You did it. He's like, no, it's because of you. He like tapped me on the back. He's like, you did it. I was like, no, like you had to believe that you could do it, right? You did it. But like this is what I'm talking about: is being like available for giving. This knowledge should be free. This is what a spiritual community is. This is what I'm looking to share and learn from other people instead of this is my spirit guide and I masturbate to her. Um, I'm really sore. But so I'm manifesting, and then this dude manifested. Now the other guy that was talking to us is like, I'm gonna try it tonight. I'm gonna try it tonight, and then um, my friends who are spiritual, when we talk about stuff and share knowledge and help each other. So while I was, I'm close to um, all these women that are on the spiritual path. And while I'm in a relationship, I want to respect my relationship, so I don't hang out with women one on one. But then I felt like I couldn't talk to them either. And these people make me whole. These people are like, especially when I'm not getting any spiritual stimulation in my relationship, was like, God put these people here. God did it. It wasn't random. And then I neglect these relationships, and then I start suffering. I'm like the withering daisy, like ET in the bathroom on the floor, I'm turning white. It's like I'm not growing anymore. which is fucking hell. Like, I hate that feeling. I like slipped back into unconsciousness and then look at how much journaling I've had to do to like get back to where I was in January. Like, how much did I fall back to try to make someone happy who's never been happy in their life? You know what I mean? I was the problem. Got it? Okay. Thanks. I'm gone now. I'm sure everything's fixed. God bless you. I really, you know what I mean? I hate this process because I know she's smart enough to see what I see. I know she's going to figure it out someday. It's just like, wake up, dude. You lost something special. If you don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, like this, when I hear people's relationship problems, I have another friend is telling me like she gets hit on at IKEA, and the guy's like, "Can I come to your house and watch a movie?" It's like people are just asking her to fuck, basically. It's like me with temperance and like you don't have to worry about me getting drunk and going to a strip club or like it's guys' night or whatever. It's like I want to do everything with you. You're my best friend. I just want to be with you. I couldn't get my ex to go on a vacation with me once. I couldn't get her to like she lived close to me. I never saw her. Like this random girl was like, let's make plans, do this, do that, do this, and it's like she lives an hour and a half away. So it's like I wasn't a priority, and I like when you aren't someone's priority, like it really starts to my self esteem and my confidence and like my energy just was fucked. My energy was fucked. It's like you know, week to week, I didn't know if I was going to see her. When's the next time we're hanging out? It's like, I have plans this weekend. It's like, when were you going to tell me? I'm a 40-year-old fucking man, and I'd rather do nothing with you than do anything with anyone else. It's like I made the space for you before you got here. I cleaned house, and then like, this is your space, but you're not using it. What are we doing? It's like I've never felt more alone like that. But more judged and misunderstood and attacked. Ugh. Which I know if she's making me feel like that, that's because that's how she feels. It's like fuck, that sucks, but stop sharing. Share some love once in a while, and maybe I could handle it for longer. Fuck me. Um, so the manifestation techniques. Now, on the soulmate thing, I feel like my energy's back. Like I can see that, like, also maybe people like the gray beard, people, women. I just feel like I catch people. You know when someone's like looking at you and has kind of a grin. Like it's like a pleasant like, oh, they enjoyed looking at me. That's thank you. Oh, thanks. Honored. Rather than when they're like, which is how I look at people. What's your spirit guide's name? Something everybody uses. It's funny. You know what's fucking hilarious? I just realized this. This dude's spirit guide is named Maya. You know what Maya is? The fucking illusion. It's the Matrix. It's in Hinduism or Buddhism, I forget which, but Maya is the illusion, the fake world, the materialistic bullshit fake world. How funny. He literally told on himself. I remember, I remember when he said the name, I was like, huh. It triggered that it was like, he heard this somewhere, obviously. Like, the spirit guide didn't tell him, it's in his subconscious, and he's just like, this sounds right. He's literally telling on himself. Still haven't read his book. This poor fuck at his age hasn't figured it out. I wonder if I could help him. Maybe, maybe like it would have to be an indirect way because I think his whole world will fall apart if I take his fucking imaginary flower friend away. You're not where you think you are, sir. Someone can't touch you and make you figure things out. You have to think. You gotta think harder. It's behind you. Fucking Joe just fuck Spenza. Can you astral project, Joe? How many fingers am I holding up? You count? These like spiritual gurus all over the place are just, they get you lost in Maya, in the illusion. Do breath work, you feel good for 20 minutes, and then you go back to your shit fucking life doing the same shit you that got you sad in the first place. The same monotonous fucking Groundhog's Day, same shit over and over again. You should watch the movie Groundhog's Day. Amazing movie and very spiritual. It's about a guy who wakes up in hell every day, living the same day every day, which everybody's doing in some form or another. And he did all the seven deadly sins. It's a Bill Murray movie directed by Harold Ramis. They stopped being friends because of this movie, and didn't make Ghostbusters 3 because of this movie. But that's how important this movie is. Way more important than the Ghostbusters going down to hell. Now, there's a lesson in the movie, and it's the same lesson that we're learning as we go through fucking Maya, or we go through the illusion, which is how to be a good person, to graduate to the fucking spiritual enlightenment, whatever the fuck comes after Maya, Nirvana. I don't know the words. It's not my religion. Different word, fucking heaven. You know what I mean? Enlightenment, the thing. Whatever the thing you think it is, whatever comes next. You can achieve it while you're here. You're supposed to. It might take you 100,000 lives if you're fucking stupid. If you waste your time buying shit and watching Bridgerton. Can people love fat people? Yeah. It's not interesting. Or the Olympics. Or fucking whatever the fuck is going on with politics. It's all like, there's work to do. Are you thinking? Have you done enough thinking that now you need to numb yourself? You're not doing it. In your job, you ain't doing it. In your fucking your relationships, you ain't doing it either. Oh, I saw a cat today. What did you eat? What are you chewing on? What flavor gum? Who are you? Why are we here? What did you learn today? Who did you help today besides yourself? My friends were arguing in the group chat, and I was like, how about, like, does anyone have any good news to share? Can we, like, quit making memes about you're gay? Look how fast look how fast I searched for gay porn and put your face on this guy. Okay. I learned about your search history on Google, but I didn't learn anything. This girl was asking me, like, if I watch movies and stuff. I was like, on it. This was the first time I went to the movies since pre-COVID, I think. One, they don't make good movies anymore. Everything is really preachy and trying to, like, brainwash me into a message for some reason. They're not concentrating on stories. They stopped doing that. I watch foreign films though. Like, they actually care about it being art still. Um, and like without social media and without these, I don't know where the time goes. Like, I should be asleep right now, and then when I wake up I go to the gym, and somehow the day gets full before I have a chance to sit down and just do nothing. I told her, I was like, honestly, I try to learn every day. I, I spent so much of my life unconscious that I start to feel antsy just listening to music, the same song over and over again until you get sick of it. Then you have to find another song. Then you have to like switch genres, and then playlist, podcast, audiobook. Keep the noise coming, or the thoughts come. I'd like to do something for the world every day. That's probably it. Like try to save that fucking ladybug. I want to do good while I'm here, and not just focus on myself. And not it's not like a sense of superiority. It's like I realized that nobody teaches this. That's why I didn't know till I was fucking middle age. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I'm confident. Like our lives get more and more complex and more busy, and there's more and more things asking for real estate in our minds. But now, like they want to put a chip in your brain and it'll get fucked. You think you're gonna stream ads to my brain? I don't even have your social media. Go fuck yourself. Don't advertise to me. I'm not interested. I don't need anything. You can't give me anything. You can't fill any need. I'm whole, baby. So people don't want to think. The funny thing is, it's like a lot of the people with who are like evolution and there's no God, and it's like, okay, so if you believe in evolution, what do you think happens to our brains when we stop using them? Will they get bigger, or the more and more we're depending on Google to think for us, or fucking TikTok, or whatever the fuck, we're becoming stupid. In real time, it's happening. I don't know if you can see and feel that shit, but I can. It's making people stupid. It's making people unable to have real relationships. It's making people finicky. It's making people cagey. It's making people think that happiness resides outside of them, or when they buy a certain thing, or eat a certain thing, or fucking have a certain status. It's bullshit. It's Maya. That's Maya. It's the truth. Whenever you're ready for it. Good luck. You can deny it like all you want. I wouldn't have seen it if I didn't go through it. I'd still be fucking seeing the world in black and white without color, not knowing that I'm manifesting my misery or my success, not knowing why anything's happening to me, where I'm going, where I've been. My ex's friends, boyfriends, like that guy is suffering, and not that my ex shouldn't have a high opinion of him. He's obviously like he's committed, so committed that it's gonna kill him. It's like this isn't something to want to achieve. Like to his credit, she said something about buying things, and then he was like staunchly against materialism. I was like, okay, so he'll figure it out. I think I'm older, so maybe he just he has to hit his peak. Just like I was in my stride when I realized it. I think that dude's gonna do the same thing. I think everybody will, but not like a lot of people die there. Like the stress kills you, or you kill yourself because you don't know what the escape is. Like that feeling of being overwhelmed does kill people, and you're being killed figuratively the whole time until you realize it. Like, I don't enjoy this. What do I want? What am I here for? It's like a woman that wants to be a mother, and then she's working at a job she doesn't want to work in with people she doesn't want to work with. And it's like, manifest the life you want. If you don't want to do that thing, how do you manifest a husband? You got to be someone that someone wants to marry. Someone wants to put a ring on the finger, thing on the ringer, or a thing on the ringer. Um, so like these girls that are selling their bodies, or my friend's girlfriend's like, oh, now that you broke up with so and so, my friend's spiritual, you should see. And then I was like showing her Instagram. I was like, she was like very pretty, and then like I see that she posted a picture like at a waterfall, completely naked, just like side profile. So it's like not. I was like, you think I think this is the mother of my children showing people this shit? Like, have some, like, what's left for me? You know, it's like everyone knows what your butthole looks like. What do I tell my mom? Mom, I hope you delete your Instagram. Otherwise, you're going to see April Starfish. She's white, so it's pink. Oh, God. There's other euphemisms for a butthole, like a balloon knot. That's a funny one. It's too late, so I don't remember the other things. I'm running out of things to say, obviously. This is coming to an end. There's no firm plan to see my new friend again. She drove the same car as me, which is interesting. Why does this keep happening? Um, I don't care, frankly, if I do or don't. I'm going with the flow. I got invited to meet more spiritual people tomorrow, daytime activities. And now, like, my energy's free to be with like-minded people, which augments my energy, my ability to manifest people walking in the same direction. That's what I'm here for. It's what I want. It's like an improv group. Yes, and I felt like the spiritual mastermind was like an improv group where it's like any bullshit you say, they're just gonna validate. Yes, and I was not yes anding. My spirit guide Maya like jerked me. I was like looking to connect. I like looked around the room. Like, anybody else see it? Nobody? Like, they're all like sternly like, we have to validate everything he says. Otherwise, we'll lose someone from our cult. Groupthink is fucking dangerous. You need to individuate think. Figure out who the fuck you are and what the fuck you believe. Don't count on these dumb motherfuckers to teach you. Figure it out on your own. And you don't figure it out by trying to appease anybody. Like, codependence is like oppression. Individuation is the process. Google it. Figure it out. That's why we have pain. So we individuate. And anything else that you put in place, whether it's Jesus or fucking spirit guides or fucking drugs and alcohol or buying things or friends or whatever, social acceptance, you'll know once you do it, those things are a waste of time. Individuate. Then those things you actually get value from. Then when you actually make a connection with someone, there's a reason for it. Feels deep. Feels like it was supposed to be. Rather than just like walking around with your USB port, plugging it into every fucking person. You? No. You? No. No. Fuck this one. No, 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 no. Even like, is it upside down? Why isn't it? Doesn't fit anywhere. You know who the fuck you are for to know what shape you're supposed to fucking plug into. It's interesting that like growing up, I never wanted to drink or like I broke up with my first girlfriend because she started drinking and smoking behind my back. And then slowly, like I loosened my morals. Like I didn't want to, like, if you think about it, if you think about it, and this is just the truth, it's like a woman's body is a temple, like to be worshipped by me, but also like my kids will live in there, will be fed by it. Why are you consuming any amount of poison at all? Like I know, like oh, a drink won't kill you, and blah blah blah. I was like how much is okay? Why is any amount okay? It's like this is the temple of God, motherfucker. Take it seriously. Why don't you take it seriously? You're bringing life from another fucking dimension, and then all the girls now are like afraid they're gonna go barren. It's like you're not. You don't think like what you're consuming is contributing to that. You know? It's like, how fun is it getting shit faced, getting white girl wasted? Woo! Cool. Have fun. The person I'm manifesting is, I guess, on her way, according to these signs. And I want someone who's not fucking careless with their body, with their future, with my future, with our future, with our kids' future. Someone who's looking towards the future is not obsessed with materialism. It's like that's our kids' money you're spending. You want me to take care of you, fine, but why the fuck like you need all this shit still? So that's you're dating a child, focused on themselves and their wants and whatever. It's like it's just that's someone's daughter still. That's not a wife. That's not a mother. It's not someone ready to love. It's like it seems like every Persian girl wants to marry like a doctor. I marry a doctor and then live in Newport Coast, and then I'll take my kids to fucking Bloomingdale's in the stroller, and I'll buy all the things that I want while my husband's gone, and then I'll just pretend to be happy. I'll look happy for people on Instagram. I hope I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Let's see if that's fulfilling. Sounds like hell. My grandfather, very wise farmer, uneducated but wise. I have two first cousins that both became doctors, and he was telling them, and they're girls. He was like, "You're gonna be with sick people all day. You're gonna have shit sleep schedule. So this isn't a good life." He fucking like I don't know why they do that. Like as if doctors don't know sleep deprivation causes problems. Why the fuck are they on call like that? It's such a weird thing to do. Like cops have 12-hour shifts and shit. It's like human body's not meant for this. We should not be not a recipe for success. I don't know how nobody else sees that. You can't convince me that's the only way to do this. When I'm king of the world, all right, I talked for an hour. I was sleepy before I started. Um, Manifestation is real. Fuck you. Signs and synchronicities are real. Fuck you. Everything happens for a reason. Fuck you. Everything. So, um, I guess the Lions, I looked that up. Lionsgate portal coming up, 888. 8 is also an infinity sign, so you have like a chance to repeat your past mistakes or create a new paradigm. I know where I'm going. New paradigm.